Morning. Good morning, everyone. And the topic for today is continuation of defense mechanisms. And the commonest defense that we use is a lie. When I was somewhere in my teen, of course, even as a child, I've said a few lies, and I remember, and they were blatant lies. And I knew that others also could see through because I was not good at lying. And yet I would say lies. Few of them, but I distinctly remember them. And I would wonder, why would I do that? And what if I did not? What if I could remain upfront? Trust I did not have courage then to say the truth. Also, there was a cultural pressure not to say certain things. And I was systematically taught to lie. And that was really funny. Now, when I look back in the past, I realized what's the harm? What was wrong? I mean, why did I have to say petty lies and get trained to be, to say lies? And somehow, some of the family members did not want me to say the truth and be upfront. So the beginning happened there. It's not just me. I think a lot of children are taught to say lies, to save family prestige. And these are the same elders who will expect children to say truth to them. But the role model is not right at times because it's parents who selectively says whom to say lie to and whom to say truth to. And the beginning happens there. Probably as parents, we have done that. Probably as children, we have said lies. And I'm sure all of us have said lies once in a while. And it's okay. So far, you know that, okay, fine, this is what you're doing. However, when you grow, when you evolve, you realize that most of these lies are escape from something. These are the flight mechanism to avoid certain things. So, what are we avoiding by saying lies? The very fact, the threat. Sometimes it could be a threat to life. Somebody will murder you if you say the truth. Obviously, the first instinct is to say a lie and just save yourself right there to avoid the whole reaction. Secondly, to avoid pain and unpleasantness. So you just kind of want to say lies to, not to get there where it gets so ugly, unpleasant, and so painful forever. And third is probably being in charge, being in control, because if you say the truth, you may lose control over the situation. Now, a lot of fake stories that we make knowingly or unknowingly, consciously or subconsciously, to continue being in control. Fourth is loss of relationships. You feel that if I say the truth, my relationship will get harmed. And so I better save myself and not say the truth. Fifth, the honor, disrespect. People may feel complete disrespect for you if they come to know the truth. And last is sabotage. If you feel that all your projects, all your thoughts, all that you've built up so far will get sabotaged, you may say lies. And of course, there are many other reasons why you say lies. There are some advantages. Saying lies can gain you a lot of attention, can help you with quick business, can help you with quick, the problem solution, can help you in many, many ways. But most of the time that we use lies is to avoid certain things. And what we don't realize is what you resist tends to persist anyway. So if you say lies, you can avoid certain unpleasantness. Yet, there's no guarantee that you'll not face it again. So a lot of people who cheat on their partners say lies, and it's okay. as a partner will never come to know. What if he comes to know or she comes to know later? And it's going to be even more terrible than what it is in this moment, because now it's going to be with the compound interest. So the reactions are perhaps more severe because you're not even hurting, the partner is not even hurting because he or she had to hear a lie. They're hurting because it continued for such a long time and it remained hidden for such a long time. So the hurt gets more severe eventually. So at times, even if you think that I'm saying this lie because I don't need to hurt, you don't realize that probably you're hurting anyway. What does it take for you to be upfront and truthful? That's a question for you today. I want you to introspect that and figure that out. What can make me upfront and truthful? And why should you be upfront and truthful? Well, I'd read a book, and I'd not read, I had heard about that book, the lies that we say uh, on and on. For example, good morning, glad to meet you. Wow, what a pleasure to see you again. Oh, you've reduced weight. Wow, you're looking good. Or I'll be back in a minute. Okay, just give me a moment. All these are perhaps lies you know and you use it rampantly. And we don't even mind doing it because you think it's very casual. I'm not saying be very serious and don't say those lies, but be aware that anyway, we've been using some of the lies knowingly or unknowingly. There are times when you've said lies and it just slipped out, and then you have to say lies to protect the first lie that you said. And then the circle goes on. What are the advantages of saying lies and what are the disadvantages of saying the truth? Weigh both of them. Be upfront, be genuine with yourself, confront yourself. The day you find it easy to say the truth, you will stick to the truth no matter what. For that, probably you may need a lot of courage and lot of conviction to face the life the way it is. Lies are at a different levels. So sometimes conscious lies, subconscious lies. Sometimes unknowingly we are portraying fallacies. I think Gandhiji had said it's one thing to say lie, and second thing is to hide the truth. So many times we don't say lies, but we do hide the truth. Do I mean to say that everybody has to be truthful all the time, transparent and naked all the time, upfront all the time? No, I'm not saying. I'm just saying examine the reasons why you say lie. Because if you're saying lies to avoid certain things, you're likely to face that anyway, once again. Might as well face it now. Why face it later and maybe in a worse circumstances? The possibilities, the experiences that you're avoiding could meet you anytime in the future. What if you do it now? Why create further repercussions? These are the questions I want you to continue thinking. And probably you'll figure the way out to begin your search for the truth. The truth is beyond these petty lies. The truth is beyond the outer portrayals. The truth is beyond all these illusions and disillusions. The truth is somewhere else. The beginning can happen if you start recognizing the lies that we say as a defense. All the best. Keep thinking on that, and we'll catch up soon with another episode on lies because there is a lot that we need to discuss on lies. My premium members, I would expect your interactions in the premium members groups of WhatsApp. and we'll take it up from there. And I need your feedback. I need your introspection, and we can take it up from there. All the best, and let's see you tomorrow. Only for the premium members, and for YouTube watcher, I will be there day after tomorrow. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.